Thank you. Okay. لي شرف أكون موجود هنا. اسمي كريس أبو أدود. Good to see you. And the rest is in English. Okay. So I hope my little bit of Arabic was okay. So here's the talk. Okay. I'm going to send the presentation materials out. Please make a note of this health warning. I do consulting as my living. I do not want my stuff to be stolen and ripped off and used for commercial purposes, but I do not mind, if you want to use this and share it in your organization to say here is best practice. But please make sure you do reference that it's crazy English guy. Okay? Are you all okay with that? Good. We had a look at the tweets. So we're going to be talking about data quality. I've also put the word verification because there's an element of data verification in there as well. If I'm talking too fast, tell me to slow down. Okay? There's lots of material. We're going to cut, at a time. We'll see how we get through, but I'll send you it all anyway. That's me and my contact details. Has anybody ever seen the DAMA, Data Management Body of Knowledge, the book, the DM book? Yes? So you've seen that. What you probably haven't seen is this brand new one. It's come out about 4 weeks ago, version 2. Look at that, version 2. So I'm one of the main authors on that. So version 2 is available if you want to get hold of that. I've got lots of links on here, links to presentations. I was telling some of you when we were just meeting for a drink, for water and coffee, that I was at university last week teaching at the University of Warwick. In fact, and I'm going to be in London next week teaching actually not next week, the rest of this week, teaching at a university as well. So that's some of the presentations. That's some of my books. That's my race car. So if we get bored about data management, let's talk about race cars, okay? Because there's lots of data involved in race cars. Okay, training courses. So data management, I'm sure you all know that data management is very important. Do we all believe data management is important? Yes? So you guys who've not put your hands up, is that because you don't believe it or you're too lazy to put your hands up? Lazy. I thought that would be the answer. Yeah. Okay. So data management is really, really, really critical. You've seen that for 2 seconds. Why, in today's businesses, why is data management and data quality in particular, why is it really important? So ladies, what do you think? Why is data management important?
I believe it brings more, you understand it brings more business to your business.
Okay, so you can understand more about your customers, your business partners. Okay, anything else?
Even brings more business to your business.
Okay, indeed, you can get more opportunities by understanding about your partners and your customers. These guys here, any thoughts? It's going to be like this all night, so you need to answer me. Yeah.
You can predict where the market is projecting.
Okay. Prediction, yes. Over here, anyone else? Yep.
You want to speak about a huge amount of data coming from plenty of places, like devices.
Huge volumes of data with things like the Internet of Things, lots of devices. Anything else?
It's become also more assets for any company.
This is the big one. It's an asset. Information really is an asset of the organization. Is anybody here from SAMA? Okay, so I can talk about them now, can't I? You know. So anybody from the financial services, yeah, anybody from a bank here? Yeah. So when I mention SAMA and I mention data, give me another reason why data management is really important. Regulators. Many places across the world and here in the kingdom, we have to prepare data for regulators. It's not optional. I can put the light thing back on now. It's not optional. You have to do it. You have to prepare data. It has to be of a certain quality. It has to be provided at a particular time. Some regulations, things like Sarbanes-Oxley, some regulations, executives of your company could go to jail if you get it wrong. Okay? You can have massive fines, and many, many organizations across the world have had fines. There's regulations coming in everywhere you look. You know, I do some work with SAMA, and I know there's stuff coming along. In Europe, there's the General Data Protection Regulation. Has anybody heard of that? Yeah. So you could be fined 20 million euros or 4% of your global annual turnover, whichever is the greatest. And this is 100% a data regulation. So you better wake up that data management is not just, it's not just a fun little thing. Because we all think it's fun, yeah? Everybody thinks data is fun? Yes, Chris. So try that one again. Does everybody think data is fun? Yes. Perfect answer. You see, we'll get there in the end. So it's not just a fun thing to do, but it's mandatory in many industries. Okay? So there's all these kind of reasons. There's many, many drivers for data management, but one, and somebody mentioned it, data really is an asset, and it's quite a different asset to the other types of assets that we've got in our businesses. So, we really have to be aware of that. We don't have the time to go through all of these in detail because I want to crack on and get into the quality side. And, very importantly, data is absolutely at the heart of everything. Have any of you been involved with any enterprise architecture frameworks? Well, no, an enterprise architect like Zachman, TOGAF, that kind of. Okay, so fundamental views of the business. So you've got a business view. You might have an information view, a process view, a systems view, and it's not very. The resolution of this projector is not too good, but where I've highlighted something in red, it says customer. But do you think people in the business, when they're talking about customer, and people talking in information management, when they're talking about customer, and people talking about process management, when they're talking about customer, and IT, when they're talking about customer, do you think that there's a very strong chance that they have the same definition, the same rules, the same understanding of what our customer is? Yeah, I mean, in your dreams. So, no way. But that's what we need to do. And that's what causes all the problems. You have that thing, when people say, well, how many active customers have you got? Well, it depends what you mean. Okay. So what we're saying here is all of these disciplines should use language and rules of a data model. And the data model is a very good start point for any data architecture exercise. Now we're going to, at one of these Data Geeks events, we're going to do a session on data models. So Ali and I and a bunch of others, we've kind of looked through some of the topics. Data models, when we sent out a questionnaire a couple of months ago, that was quite a high up one. Quality was just above it, so that's why we're doing quality now. But data models are really, really at the heart of a lot of these things. Okay. So don't forget next time, tell me to do data model. Right.